guys, welcome back to the Canteen. It's Steph, your friendly neighborhood barkeep. Please remember to subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I upload more content. Please remember to hit that like button, smash it, and share away here. We share away here full of Star Wars. And here comes the...
I have to ask you, do you know about Reylo, and are you one?
I do know about Reylo. I don't know how I feel about it because everyone's talking about like the toxic thing of a relationship when it's like, it's essentially emotional. It's a tricky road. I do feel like deep down Kylo like thinks what he's doing is right and he doesn't think he's wrong, but he has also killed so many people. So I can't really get behind it now in a personal way, you know?
There's going to be a lot of heartbroken people out there.
Well, maybe there's redemption. Who knows? Maybe we explore it in the film.
Bendemption.
Nice.
So let's go into Joanna Robinson herself and just read that tweet out loud. The woman who wants to turn Vanity Fair into Tiger Beat. I'm such a disgusting Reylo shipper, even though I tried to talk myself out of it. Over and over again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this rather plain weirdo with the weird glasses works for the sophisticated top-notch magazine, Vanity Fair. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. This is the extent of professionalism now at the once vaunted magazine Vanity Fair, the place where Dominic Dunn and other great writers had, ran free. A sophisticated, upscale look at the world. A place where you could, find, the elite of the elite talking about, Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, and other, huge movie stars of the past. A place where, when a big movie was coming out, you'd get a cover story about Harrison Ford. Carrie Fisher would actually was interviewed in it. I've got a magazine I collected with her. I used to read it daily. And Joanna Robinson, she's got to be what, in her mid-30s, has turned it into Tiger Beat because her heart's desire has nothing to do with Star Wars. She's just obsessed with an abusive, toxic relationship. As Daisy said, Reylo is. In the voice of a Reylo, I will read this. I literally harasses her until the point he grabs her and won't let her leave and kisses her against her will. You were saying something about falling? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the extent of the education system in the United States, where I'm sure that Billy Loves You Stupid, this fucking retard, believes absolutely that a man is not allowed to approach a woman, that he's not allowed to flirt with her. He is not allowed to put the moves on her. So one wonders how children get made, I'd like to know how many of these women are actually get laid every night, because I'm pretty sure that they would probably need from what I've heard written, that they'd force a man to ask for written permission to sleep with them. Which leads me to believe most of them are dried up hags who have probably never known man in their lives and don't know shit about male-female relationships or playing hard to get. So, yeah, this is Reylo on steroids, thinking that Han was actually harassing Leia. Let's just see.
I think we better replace the negative power coupling. Hey, Your Worship, I'm only trying to help.
Would you please stop calling me that?
Sure, Leia.
You make it so difficult sometimes.
I do, I really do. You could be a little nicer, though. Come on, admit it, sometimes you think I'm all right.
Occasionally, maybe. When you aren't acting like a scoundrel.
Scoundrel? Scoundrel? I like the sound of that.
Stop that.
Stop what?
Stop that. My hands are dirty.
My hands are dirty, too. What are you afraid of?
Afraid?
You're trembling.
I'm not trembling.
You like me because I'm a scoundrel. There aren't enough scoundrels in your life.
I happen to like nice men.
Nice man.
Very nice.
Sir, I've isolated the reverse power flux coupling.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're perfectly welcome, sir.
Now, I'm going to say this. Writing epic romance means that you're going to have an ingenue. It means that the girl's going to play hard to get. I was told that in a relationship, and this is my father saying this, the ultimate alpha male, that women had the power. Let's say back in the 40s, which Han and Leia are kind of like one of those romances, you know, epic romances written in the late 30s and 40s, Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, you know, To Have and Have Not, and all the rest of them. So, you know, you have this woman, this ingenue, this beautiful girl playing hard to get. Why does she play hard to get? Well, A, that's what her character will do. B, if you look at Leia's background and what happened to her, she lost her family, she lost her planet, she lost everything. So protecting her heart and protecting her emotional state is very important. She is very, very, how can I say, mindful of where allowing anybody in emotionally is a dangerous thing. And falling in love with Han Solo would be very dangerous for her because they're not living in a normal place. They're not normal people. He is a scoundrel. In the radio play, though it's very interesting in the radio play, and you can get it on Amazon, he tells Lando, I used to be you. Han has changed between A New Hope and Empire. Now why? The change is remarkable. The change is remarkable because when you first meet Han in A New Hope, he's very protective of himself. He's very egocentric, but if you ever meet a pilot, you know what they mostly are. He's very, very casual, but there's also, as George Lucas liked to say, a sensual hostility, which is one of the reasons why Harrison Ford got the role, is because he portrays all the qualities of the guy, that person, that man, perfectly. You know, I'm in it for the money. I don't care. I don't want it translated. I don't want to care. All right. Now, he's hiding a heart of gold. Now, why? Now, you can... Why was he like that in A New Hope? Well, let's go back to the real canon, the real origin story. And he'd been hurt by a woman who actually ended up joining the rebellion and had done intelligence work for the rebellion and was a pilot and was a fighter. And her name was Bria Theron. Bria, Han had helped escape slavery. Han had taken her back home. Bria and Han then fled because basically Bria's brother was going to turn him in. And it went from one thing to another thing to another thing. And then Bria left Han. She had to go off and face her own demons because she was an addict. Then he runs into where she's playing, quote unquote, house with an imperial governor who nothing was going physically between them, but you know, she was basically playing the role of kept woman for intelligence purposes for the rebellion. And It hurt him. It hurt him bad. Then the next time he runs into her, she's back to being the rebel officer, pilot, fighter, and they make a deal to help free slaves. Basically, these slaves, once they were detoxified, would end up probably joining the rebellion and help. You know, it was basically manpower, but also there's spice to be gotten because spice is currency. And I'm going to give you a little bit of truth bombs here. How did the rebellion finance itself? It wasn't just wealthy benefactors who hated the empire. They pirated spice shipments. They stole spice. They stole all kinds of things and sold it on the black market for money to pay for weapons, medical supplies, food, everything an army needed. So, you know, when I hear Reylo say, he just sold spice, they all did. That was the currency. And oh, by the way, as a libertarian, I think illicit drugs, so-called, should be legalized and then regulated into the ground. Okay, you want to do crack? Guess what? You're going to be registered, okay? And you're going to be taxed out of your ass. You can do it, but you better have the money, okay? And, you know, spice during imperial times was illegal. And the rebellion sold it, Jabba sold it, Prince Zizor sold it, they all sold it. And so they made a deal. Han brought all the smugglers in from Narshada. They rescued all these slaves, got all the spice and a bunch of antiquities that could be sold in the black market to collectors. And Bria gets a message from Rebel High Command saying, take all of it, because there was something big in the works. The big thing in the works was the Death Star had been discovered, and they had to figure out how they were going to take it out. Okay? This is in the novel Rebel Dawn, written by a woman, Asa Crispin. At the end of it, Han had lost a friend that had taken his name, and he was a young Corellian boy who Han was teaching how to be a smuggler. His name was, I think, Jared. And Jared was killed in the fight. Han basically listed himself as his family. And at the end of it, Bria's guys just give him like a bag of stuff to sell. And Han tells Bria, next time I see you, I'll shoot you myself. And he meant it. Okay. And then the rest of it happens where Han loses that spice shipment, and at the very end of Rebel Dawn, he's in Mos Eisley and meets up Chewie, who's met up with Ben Kenobi. Okay, so there we go with that. All right, so we understand where Han is coming from. Han is very self-protective, which is part of the scoundrel's facade to protect his heart. So when you see Han and Leia picking at each other, that's what's going on. They're doing a dance, a flirtation. And when he teases her, he calls her your worship, your highness, all the rest of the stuff. He's teasing her. Let me tell you something. If a man teases you, he likes you, okay? If he teases you relentlessly, he really likes you. All right? And that's what's going on there. There's no harassment at all. And if you take it as harassment, you want to be a virgin for the rest of your life, okay? All right, that's pure and simple. That's my opinion. But anyway, so was he harassing her? No. Billy thinks it loves you stupid, is very stupid, poorly educated, doesn't know shit about male-female relationships, has no clue about romance. And there you go. I hope I embarrassed the shit out of you. Now, for the very last one, which is hilarious. Okay, I didn't mean this video to be this long, but there's a lot of really good stuff out there. So stay tuned. There's more. So this is from somebody who calls herself Julia, gave her art to Adam Driver. She says, I'm hoping to give this to Adam tomorrow. It's a 5x7 embellished print. Wish me luck. Now, you're not going to see the print because the system I'm using is very slow. Suffice it to say, it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's Adam and Daisy dressed as Greek gods or Roman conquerors. Basically, it's a waste of art. It's a waste of a talent. As you can tell, it's It's creepy, and I can't imagine how creeped out he was when he got it. And I'm pretty sure it's in a trash can somewhere in New York. So, Reylos, lesson learned. If you don't want me to mock you, don't do things to make it easy to mock you. Okay? Like saying stupid things like Han harassed Leia, that, or shipping Reylo and you can't help it. And you're going to basically turn one of the most important books on the market, Vanity Fair, into bullshit Tiger Beat. And please don't approach an actor you're stalking with a piece of artwork that you made. It might be really cute, but it's creepy as hell, and you probably creeped him out, and that artwork is probably in a trash can somewhere. I'm pretty sure he didn't keep it. All right? So this is Steph signing out. See you around the galaxy, see you around the cantina. Please remember, tip those Wookiee bartenders 20%. No fights in the cantina. Gunfights, you take that shit outside. And remember, no droids, no bounty hunters. See you around the galaxy, scoundrels. The next reading with Reylo is going to be even more epic because we will get into the dirty, filthy side. Dear Reylos, don't do shit that can be easily mocked. My advice from me to you. There's more out there, and the mockery will continue. See you later.